Today we're showing you how to remove EGR valve for Dodge Grand Caravan 2005 model. It's similar to other models. The advantage of this video is I'll show you how to remove it without needing to pull out the alternator. The secret is basically using a 10mm socket, which is 1/4 inch drive. So if you notice, I have a 3/8 ratchet hooked up to 1/4 inch extension and a 1/4 inch 10mm drive socket. So with that, basically you can get onto this bolt here and remove this bolt. You can get into the bolt underneath without the alternator getting in the way. Loosen it up, pull this bolt out completely, and then you can actually turn this around and you can now access and see this bolt visually, and you can continue removing the bolt. See how it fits in very nicely without the alternator getting in the way. The secret is 1/4 inch drive, 10mm socket, and the rest is standard, removing these two bolts and removing these two bolts, and this unit just comes off like that, and installation is reverse. I'll show it to you soon. So here's the replacement unit. This particular one is a Wells unit. They claim to be better than the other ones. We'll see. Okay, so I'll go in there. Better idea of how it looks like with a 1/4 inch drive. See, fits in very well. Okay, that bolt. So when the EGR valve is there, this thing just sneaks in there very nicely, and then your ratchet can be attached there. I put a 1/4 inch to 3/8 inch adapter so that I can get more leverage on a bigger ratchet and manage to loosen the bolt up. Okay. So here's the new setup. I pre-bolt the bolts into the gasket because it's a metal gasket, and it's installed this way. Okay, and then now I'm going to attach this into here like that, and bolt that guy in, and then I'll be able to turn that and bolt the top guy in, and that will keep this in place, and just keep on turning the bolt until it's nice and tight, and then install the pipe. That's the easiest way to do this. Hand tighten or hand put in. Doing it the way I said is to avoid basically cross threading the bolt into the aluminum block. Very easy to do. So how I showed you is the best way, because you must at least hand thread it in with this piece. So by hand thread it in to make sure you don't get a cross thread, and once you don't have a cross thread, then you can start, as it gets tighter, then you can start using a ratchet. Very easy to cross thread these bolts into the block, and that would be bad news. So that's the unit installed. The bolts have been tightened and torqued. I personally don't use a torque wrench because it's a bit difficult in this spot, and just over the years you kind of get a feel of the strength required to torque the bolt, and I've never had problems. I've been working on my cars for 20 years, and I have stripped bolts because I over torqued them back in the old days when I was in my 20s, but now with all the experience and stuff, no big deal. I know exactly how to torque items by hand through feel. Okay, so that's it. So now we're going to slap these in. This is just standard stuff. Put the gasket on for that, bolt these two in, and I'll show you the final product. Here's the components installed. Okay, and then we just plug this guy in. And that's it. And make sure when you're tightening this guy up, this is plastic, so don't over tighten, because if you strip the thread, bad luck, then you have a big problem. Just hand tighten it with a small ratchet, if at all, and just firm but not over tighten. The replacement of the EGR for Dodge Grand Caravan 2005. Okay, all installed, all bolted in. Thanks for watching. Hope it helps.